Earlier this year, Nike launched its new advert campaign featuring tennis champion Serena Williams. In the film, she exclaims, "There is no wrong way to be a woman," she says. "I've never been the right kind of woman. Oversized and overconfident, too mean if I don't smile, too black for my tennis wipes, too motivated for motherhood. But I am proving time and time again, there's no wrong way to be a woman." Boom! This is what we call in GB a mic drop moment. What a message for girls to hear today on International Day of the Girl, and every day that there's no wrong way to be a girl. Serena was very bravely sharing and amplifying some of her own experiences of sexism in sport. And you know what? Sadly, most and some of the girls that we work with in Girls Brigade will have also experienced sexism as well, particularly the limiting effects of gender stereotypes. So what do I mean by a stereotype? A stereotype is a fixed and oversimplified image or idea of how girls and how boys should act and what they should do. And we need to remember, don't we, that gender is a social construct. Our culture decides what is acceptable behaviour for girls and for boys, what are the ideals of masculinity and femininity. And stereotypes can really limit boys and girls. For example, with boys, the idea that they can't show any emotion, they can't cry, that can lead them to really repress their feelings, and it can really impact their mental health. Equally, girls are damaged by the idea that only certain sports, certain jobs, certain subjects are for boys, and they can feel limited and feel that they're not actually brave enough to be leaders either. Just think about this example. Why do we call boys that display leadership skills assertive, but very often we can call girls that display the very same skills as bossy? 55% of girls in the Girls' Attitude Survey aged 7 to 21 say that gender stereotypes impacts how they think, how they feel and how they act. And I asked a group of really inspiring young women at our Esther Generation weekend, how has gender stereotypes impacted them?
Gender stereotypes have impacted me whilst at work. I've been sort of put down as a weak girl who can't really do anything, but I'm strong, I'm independent, and I can.
Gender stereotyping is degrading to girls.
Gender stereotypes impacts girls by making them feel afraid to do certain things and making them feel guilty for doing the things they do choose to do.
I think gender stereotypes impact girls by restricting them.
Girls Brigade can be the change.
This GB girl can!
Gender stereotypes impact young women, but what I love about this group of GBers is that they're refusing to conform. These GB members believe it's time for a new hope-filled narrative for girls, and they're encouraging us to join them and challenge the status quo. What I loved about seeing them at the Esther Generation weekend is that they used all their giftings, their creativity, to create hope-filled films, collages and poems, encouraging each other to unlock their God-given potential and be all that God created them to be. Together they exclaimed, "This GB girl can." And the voices of these young women encourage us as GB leaders to continue to ensure that GB is a place where they can flourish as well. And you know what? Challenging gender stereotypes is in the DNA of Girls Brigade. 125 years ago this week, a brave woman with a vision from God created a movement for girls in a culture where girls can even vote and many can even go to university. Margaret Little challenged gender stereotypes. God challenged gender stereotypes in the Bible, and he's calling us to join with them to make sure that every girl can flourish. How can we challenge gender stereotypes in our local GB groups? Here's 4 easy ways. Number 1, equip girls to be critical, not passive consumers of media. We are all faced by a culture which surrounds us, which breeds toxic messages about what it means to be a girl and what it means to be a boy. This is in the TV, the magazines, the music videos, the songs that we listen to. Let's equip girls with the skills to see what are the messages that they are receiving. We live in an aggressive culture which seeks to undermine girls' self-worth, and media literacy will be a key skill for them to have. Number 2, language matters. How you speak to girls and young women in your GB group has an impact. When a girl arrives on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, do you say, wow, you look so pretty in your Girls' Brigade uniform? Girls live in a culture which tells them your value is in what you look like. You just need to be silent and be pretty. Let's be intentional about praising girls for other values that they might display. Things like creativity, like strength and courage. Girls are much more than what they look like. You and I know, being part of GB, that girls are hope bringers and transformers and have huge potential. Number 3, let's equip girls to be leaders. I love that we're doing this already, and we've been doing this in Girls' Brigade for 125 years. Let's continue to identify and mentor young women with leadership giftings, encourage them to step up, get equipped and to serve. Research shows that when girls reach puberty, their confidence in their own abilities just decreases. I know that I'm here today because of Girls' Brigade leaders that saw a leadership gifting in me and encouraged me to step up when I had no confidence in myself. Number 4, and this is an important one, let's challenge injustice. Let's be advocates of hope. Let's face it, we can empower girls and tell them that they can be whatever they aspire to be, but girls face both structural and cultural inequalities in society every day. We need to stand with and for girls. We need to challenge laws, policies and attitudes that limit them. That's what real advocacy is. And today I'm really excited to share that Girls' Brigade International has launched its new free Raising Hope Advocacy Toolkit, and it's to help you leaders and to help girls challenge injustices in their communities and make real lasting change. Get involved and let's be advocates of God's hope in our communities. As I've already mentioned, God used men and women in the Bible to do incredible things for His glory, no matter what gender they were. And I love that for the last 125 years, shattering gender stereotypes has been part of Girls' Brigade's DNA. There are girls around the world, not only in the UK, who are being incredible hope bringers and transformers for Jesus. Let's continue to work together so that they flourish and be all that God created them to be. I'm convinced that hope-filled women raise and release hope-fueled girls. Thank you for playing your important part. Together, we say today, this GB girl can.